Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Timeless Tarot. I'm Cindy, and today is Wildcard Thursday. This is the day where I really don't prepare. I really don't know what the topic's going to be. I have a little jar with a list of topics that come to me or that have interested me, things that I think might be useful to people just sort of randomly. And I pull one of those out. And today's topic is what are they thinking about you right now? Or I guess turn that around. What are they thinking about me right now? And so the idea here is that if you have come across this today and this resonates, you brought in, oh, there's Nyx destroying the sofa. Nyx, knock it off. Yeah, cats. Yeah, sorry about that. That's my tiny dog there is Pixie, and that is my old lady Torty cat that just doesn't like to jump up anymore. She sort of claws her way up, which is not fantastic for the furniture. But here we are. Anyway, you'll see them if you follow this channel. You're gonna see my pets, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And I hope they don't annoy you as much as they annoy me sometimes. So, Wildcard Thursday. Our topic today is what are they thinking about you right now? If you came across this message and the topic on the thumbnail drew you in, or the idea of it drew you in, or something about my face drew you in, or whatever it is, whatever brings you here, whether it's a Thursday or a Wednesday or this year, next year, this is Timeless Tarot. So all the readings really are timeless. And I do not believe in accidents. I do believe in synchronicities. And I'll talk about that a lot on this channel. So if you're here, welcome. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad we found each other. And I'm going to do a 9-card reading. Oh, before we get too far along, just to let you know, this is a new channel. And so if you could like this, share it, and please subscribe, that would be super helpful. If any of this information helps you, please let me know if you have any suggestions, any comments, any concerns, anything that you'd like to say. The comments are open, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd also love to hear from where everybody's from. I am in Canada, as you can probably tell by the toque. This is a toque in Canada. It's a beanie in the States. I don't know what they call it in Europe. Maybe you can let me know. But I'm in Canada, so hopefully people are all over the world. It's quite cold here today, but still lovely. It's really lovely. I live in the forest, so I'm very lucky. So if you could, like, share, and subscribe, that would help me out a lot. Other than that, I'm going to pull some 9 cards for the past. I guess the energies that kind of got you to the point where you're questioning that. The present, what are they thinking right now? And also the incoming energies, where the trajectory is, where it might be headed if courses aren't drastically changed, where it looks like you're going. Also, before I forget, I will be opening up personal readings. So if you'd like a personal reading from me, there will be information in the description box below. If you click on that, the information to contact me is there. And if you'd like a personal reading, I'm going to be taking bookings after in November, beginning in November, and that should ramp up. There'll be a few in the beginning of the month, and then it should ramp up. So I should have lots of room. So if you would like a personal reading, just contact me, and I will send you all the information to get that set up. Okay, so 3 cards. What are they thinking about you right now? 3 cards for the setup, the information, the data, the situation that brings you to this question, where you're wondering what these people, or it could be a individual, could be a relationship, could be family, could also be a group, could be a work situation. Something maybe went and had a job interview and you're wondering, did they like me? They said that they would call back, or they said, don't call me, we'll call you, and wait 2 weeks, and it's been 9 days. So you're starting to wonder, not sure what to do, any sorts of things. We'll take a look. We'll clarify if we need to. And all these cards are pre-shuffled. I pre-shuffle before I even put them away. Then I pre-shuffle before I start, and then and for some reason I always find myself right at this moment shuffling them again. And you may find me shuffling just randomly. Sometimes my hands just grab the cards and start shuffling, and if that happens, I always go with it. All right, what are they thinking of you right now? Spirit, let's get the info. Okay, 3 cards for the situation that brought you to me with this question. 3 cards for the present, what they're thinking right now, and 3 cards for the future. Overall reading, you get the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And that would be the energy that you're aware of, the energy that you're bringing to the table right now, literally. And on the bottom of the deck, in the subconscious energy, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, that would be the energy that that is driving this situation subconsciously, that you may or may not be aware of. Usually with the Knight of Wands in the upright, you have an inkling, because that's a lot of energy, upright, ready to go. The Knight of Wands is famous, I guess you could say, for having more enthusiasm than planning. Let's put it that way. He's on fire. He's ready to go. Not 100% sure where he's going. Not 100% sure what he's doing. Looks like he even forgot a glove there. He's got one glove on, one glove off. Some decks have it with he's lost a shoe. Other decks have it where he just looks completely, or the horse is really looking at him like, dude, I'm not sure what we're up to. But this is a card, the energy of the Knight of Wands is enthusiasm, a drive to go and do something, but it is still immature. It's not as immature as the Page, but it is still still more fire than planning. And in the upright, I still have to me, it still has a positive bent. Some people really give this guy a hard time. In the reversal, that would be unstable energy. As in really unstable energy, you're in, you're out, I don't know what's going on. This, he's pretty clear about what he wants. He just doesn't really know how he's going to go get it, but I'm going to go get it come hell or high water, with no boat, no plan with how to deal with it. So the subconscious energy is okay, good to go, all excited. In the conscious, the overall energy that you're bringing to the table, though, is a bit more subdued. This 4 of Pentacles energy can be a lot of things. It can be hanging on too tight. In the upright, it's could also be hanging on too tight, or in the upright, sometimes it can be just, I'm gonna sit with my values for a moment. But in the reversals, it's not functioning in the most helpful, highest capacity. So it looks to me like there's a little feeling of doubt, insecurity, a little feeling of insecurity, even maybe to the point of something that you had valued, something that you had built, or something that you kind of thought you had in the bag. Maybe you're having some doubts as to whether you really have it, whether it's really for you, whether this is really your jam. Maybe you should let it go. Maybe you should hang on to it. Not sure. Okay, so we have a little bit of a dichotomy there, where part of you wants to move forward. That being said, it might be part of you wants to move forward in a different direction, and the more conscious, awake, sensible self might be saying, well, I'm not sure whether I should let this go. Maybe I should let this go. Okay, so let's see where it's coming from. The energies that built this situation. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. That's a card of deception. In the reverse, I tend to read it as self deception. It can also be a card of chickening out. It's flanked here by the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. On the waning and on the waxing, it's flanked by the Ace of Wands in the upright. Huh. Hmm. This feels like, again, I'm going to go back to what I just said about your conscious energy, that Four of Pentacles in reverse, which I usually read it differently, but the energy I got off it right now is actually being backed up by these cards, which I hadn't really looked at when I went into that. The energy I'm getting here is that the situation might be something where, and I'm only seeing you on the table here, at least at the moment. So this is about you and you. The energy I'm getting is that something, possibly a communication of some sort that you thought you had the upper hand in, or you had, and not necessarily in a bad way, but you thought that this has been discussed, this has been this is the track that we're taking. You might have you might be dealing with somebody who you, I don't want to say exactly manipulated, but there's definitely deception here. And so it might be a situation where you thought you had things set up to your liking. You thought that you maybe even outsmarted a person, which doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but sometimes you need to outsmart people because sometimes they're in a desperate need of of another perspective. But this doesn't really look like that. The feeling I get from this is might have bitten off a little bit more than you can chew. Now you're in a bit of a pickle, and you didn't get what you wanted. You're not leaving. You're not giving up quite yet, but there might be a bit of chickening out from your original plan, and there might be a little bit of oopsie. I might have pushed things too far. But fortunately, it looks as well though that you're still, you want to take another swing, another at bat at it. So something's happened. It doesn't look like a serious permanent break of any kind, but it looks like you might have pushed the envelope with someone a little too far, didn't get the results you wanted, and the past situation leaves you with what do I do now? And it looks like you want to take another at bat. That would explain too this subconscious energy of, well, I really want to fix this, but I don't know how. That goes back to that Knight of Wands in the subconscious energy. I really want to fix this. One party at least really wants to fix this, but they don't know how. All right. So moving into the current energy, we have, oh, and this again supports it. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. That's regret. That's and right under, like it literally is touching on this table. Right, it's right underneath the Seven of Swords in reverse. That's that chickening out. Oopsie, I might have pushed it too far, and also self sabotage there. It could be as well. And then we have right under it the card of disappointment and regret in the reverse. So situation is improving, but again, that speaks to possibly, possibly it looks like it's you. I'm seeing it as you. Sorry, we're not perfect, but you might have had a conversation, or you might have taken a course of action with someone that you do value, that you thought was pretty solid, and it might have caused uh, some some turn of events that you have come to regret. Um, eh, the Five of Cups in the reverse there is flanked by the five, another five. So fives are all about conflict and strife. It's also in the reverse here. So it's the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which speaks of lack, need, but but it's it's waning. It's leaving. And the incoming energy flanked on the waxing side, pardon me, is the Three of Pentacles, which is the card of cooperation. So it looks like despite their regrets, or your regrets, it could be just their regrets as well. One of you has regrets for a conversation, or something that went south. And it could be that on further reflection that's going on right now, there is a sense of patching things up, patching things up, and wanting to work more above board. Could be a situation where there were, when you're working with somebody, I'm not getting this as a romantic reading at the moment, could be, but I'm getting it more as a work reading, or a project. It could be, if it is a romantic partner you're discussing, this problem doesn't lie in the realm of your relationship itself. It might be more like something that you're working together on a project. Maybe you work together, maybe you're renovating the house, something like that. It looks like things were said that maybe shouldn't have been said. New courses are being looked at, but at this moment anyway, there is possibly on both parties, really. I know this is what are they thinking about you, and I'm getting a lot about what you're thinking, because I do definitely get the feeling that you have an active hand in this scenario. It isn't just somebody victimizing you. It looks like a give and take, and it looks like there's quite possibly both parties have figured out that you're better off working together, and that it is a recoverable situation. But again, I don't see, at least in the present moment, I see the willingness, and you're going to try at least to patch this up. I definitely see the willingness to go back to work on the project. Phoebe, my cat, you can't see her right now, but she is playing with my runes, and she's definitely going to knock that off the table. So, okay, that's just in case you hear a crash. That's what it was. It's fine. No big deal. Okay, so present moment looks like you guys are looking at patching things up from both perspectives for the most part. Going into the incoming energy, where this trajectory of this conversation is headed. In the future, you get the five. That's another five. That's, pardon me, 3 5s we have on the table so far. Actually, no. Do we have all 4? Oh, no. Yeah, only 3 5s that we have on the table now. However, it's the 5 of Wands. The only 5 we're missing is the 5 of Swords. Yeah, which if the 5 of Swords was here, I'd be more inclined to think that the split might be deeper, but it ain't here. Instead, you have the 5 of Wands in the upright. It's a card of, in for this reading, with what's going on, I would read this as a card as recalibration. So the original plan, where everybody kind of went off course there, different ideas, different focuses, It looks like that is being recalibrated. It's flanked by the Magician, which is a card of manifestation, a card that major arcana card that shows that the energy of a manifestation is functioning. You have everything that you need in order to get this done. You're not waiting on anything, it's actually happening. There's a recalibration that looks to be a needed recalibration, new way of focusing, not thoughts so much, but where you direct your focus. Okay, you can have thoughts and plans, but if you're not focused on it, they're going to just sit there and do nothing. That's not the situation I'm looking at here. It still seems like it might be a little short on the planning side of things, but the focus is coming back to where it needs to be in order for you to move forward. And we finished off the reading with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, which is absolutely a card of moving forward to create something of lasting value. He is slow. That horse doesn't look like it's moving. Those fields are just plowed. There's really no, just maybe the first sprouts are showing, but you end this reading, which is, looking out fairly short term, next week, 2 weeks, but you end this reading with a solid action, albeit slow, moving into building something that you're quite determined, almost stubborn to work through it. So it looks to me like you are getting yourself back on track with this person, and this person is getting themselves back on track with you. They absolutely have plans, concrete, real plans to work this out. I think you do too. And that once everybody puts their, I don't want to say heads together as much as focus. It may be that the focus was wrong or was missing on one party or the other party. But when the two of you put your minds together, your focus together, your determination together, it looks to me like you are not off to the races, but you are definitely going to make progress. And that progress is going to be slow, steady, but meaningful. Absolutely meaningful. It's because you're moving from that Knight of Wands, which is more of an erratic energy, to the Knight of Pentacles, and that dude is solid. This is the dude that builds the castle. This dude is I think it's it's Earth energy. I think it's Capricorn energy, if memory serves me. Somebody might be able to correct me. I'm pretty sure it's Capricorn. It could be Virgo. Pardon me. It is. It's Virgo energy. So attention to detail, going to work, getting it done. Go get him, Tiger. Okay, that's what I got for you. Hope this helped. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me where you're from. Say hi. See you again. Bye.